Hello, ladies and gentlemen. What is your desire? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Explosions of fire. I'm looking at myself, not the camera. Should be looking at the camera. How many freaking years have I been doing this? Like 14 now? I'm out on my Onewheel XR today, having a Pokemon Go adventure. I have my little Pokemon ball there, so you just have to tap the top of it and it'll automatically spin stops and throw a normal Pokeball at a Pokemon, and if it doesn't catch it, it runs away. It's like 30% catch rate. It's total garbage as far as catching goes. It is colder out here than I thought it would be. But I talked about the Onewheel and I was showing it off a little bit, but I haven't actually used it in the video. And I haven't even thought about making this video. So I'm just gonna clip this in this tree. No, you know what? Screw all that. Screw all that noise. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is me being on it and going home. I'm actually not gonna go home. I'm gonna go to the park that's close enough to my house that it's only at most, like, on this thing, like a minute or something away. So I've got it positioned. It's all good and cool. So when you're on the thing, back foot first. As soon you see that blue line, see this blue line here. As soon as something is pressing on both sides of this, it'll turn on, but the gyros don't activate until the board is horizontal with the ground, which makes it really difficult or impossible to start it on a slope. But so as soon as you hit it, gyros turn on, now you're up on it. It's easy as that. Right, it goes through water just fine, although it is not waterproof, contrary to popular belief. Right, and I go over curves, and now I'm in the parking lot. And so hopefully it's not too windy and stuff. And hopefully it's not too bouncy and annoying. But it's super quiet too, compared to, like, you know, a vehicle of some other caliber. It's like way friggin' nice. And I'm actually I'm gonna go like quite the long way back to the park. Because I'm gonna try and avoid major roads, especially because I feel like that's more safe to do anyway. You gotta stop and obey traffic laws. There's nobody coming. Yeah, so I'm just cruising, man. Just cruising on the Onewheel. The Onewheel is possibly the greatest invention of all time. Like, it is the coolest thing. And it's like, I could be snowboarding right now, but why would I bother? I could go up to Snow Basin or, you know, any of the other parks that are just like a couple minutes from here. Powder Mountain and some of the other ones. There's a bunch over here. This is like basically where the Olympics were held when I was in like junior high school or something. Seems like a lifetime ago. So now when I get up to this road, I should turn left, but I'm gonna turn right because it's a way less busy street. And then also I can just get on the trail from there. Actually, I'm not gonna go on the trail because I don't want to get it all muddy and crappy again. But there is a sidewalk here. Not the greatest filming angle. I just have my phone clipped to my glove. So I'm not actually holding my phone. My face keeps getting cold and it's hard to talk. This is a more difficult video to film than I anticipated. Also, I wasn't planning on filming this video. I was just out playing Pokemon Go and just decided to do the video. There was nothing like prompting it or anything. I just wanted to do it for the sake of doing it. So this road I'm on right now is kind of a main road. It's it's not really a main road this high up the hill. But, sorry, I gotta check for traffic, but I mean, just look at how far I've come, look at how fast I'm going, and like, no effort, just like cruising, man. I wasn't showing you my butt, I was moving my hand for balance, because I keep throwing my balance off by trying to film and do some stuff. This is going to be a bit of a longer video, you're already 5 minutes and 30 seconds in. So just be aware of that. But yeah, it's pretty simple. I got a full charge, so I can pretty much just go like all day. This is the XR again, which, you know, extended range, but really it means extra radical. Let this car go because I don't want them to compete with me. Yeah, so I'm just like on the side of the road, just cruising up to the trailhead here. So I could go on this trail and get off the road. I think I'm actually going to do that. It's going to get my board all muddy and crappy. And also, that can happen. But that's about as bad as I've ever crashed. You just run it out and you're fine. I wonder what caused that. There's nothing in it. I just hit it poorly, I guess. Oh man. It is already super muddy. That is disappointing. It's not like slick or anything. But freak, what is the deal with this? Apparently this is much more difficult than I thought. Maybe I should just go back to the road. Nah, it's close enough. It's up here. We're on an adventure. This is the adventure of the Onewheel. I am going to slow down a bit though. Getting some rocking back and forth speed wheel kind of things, trying to feel it out, like isn't working on this road, so. But I mean, still, I'm going like a little bit faster than just jogging pace. Just like avoiding rocks and stuff. Ooh. A little bit harder on the trail than I thought. This is my first time ever taking it off-road. And by off-road, of course, I mean not a paved road. This is still a road. It's like a service road or something. I've never seen a vehicle on it before. But that doesn't mean that there's never been a vehicle on it. So this is my first time taking it over snow too. Let's see how this goes. I was expecting the non-threaded tire to be a lot more... Oh, quick. Speed wobbles again. Slow up. It's alright. There we go. I was expecting the snow to be a lot worse than that. Because that, I mean, you can't really tell, but that's like I was going uphill. I mean, you can tell it kind of drops off a little bit back there, but that was definitely not like nearly as bad. Because the untreaded tire, I mean, I thought it would slip out a bit more, and I was kind of anticipating that, but you can tell it's a little bit of a different texture, but that was about it. Okay, I'm back on the actual paved road now. And I'm going too fast down this hill. So we're just going to take it nice and slow. Which is probably the greatest benefit of this. I'm also going to get on the proper side of the road here. with traffic, and also I'm goofy stance, so I want to be able to see the road out in front of me instead of seeing nothing. And there's no cars or threats or anything coming from this side. I want to be able to see the road, so I'll take this side off. Man, there's so many new houses going up everywhere. Everywhere we are. Hello. There's also sidewalks starting here, so get up on the sidewalk. Simple as that. I'm actually a little bit, not happy, but like I crashed or whatever. I just jumped off and then ran it out, because I mean this thing can go probably twice as fast as I've ever taken it, according to the spec sheet on the, like on the actual Onewheel. It can probably go like up to 20 if you're just absolutely booking it. But if you were to ever actually take it that fast, you'd probably die. That's like longboard with no helmet, like down a huge hill speed. And like if the front nose of this hits the ground, there's nothing to stop it from just flinging you off forward, and you've got to be leaning so hard to get that amount of like juice out of it. Man, more homes. Lots of new homes everywhere up here in the mountains. Man, my fingers are getting cold too. This is my heated jacket that I was talking about. I don't know if I was talking about it on YouTube or not, but this is a heated jacket, but I don't have the battery in it. My fingers are getting so cold. It's like 10 below freezing right now. Maybe it's not that bad. It is in the morning though, and it's always worse in the morning. Okay, so this main road, I don't have to cross this road until this is the main road that I was trying to avoid by taking this huge detour instead of just turning left and getting on this road. Everything to this point was just like unnecessary extra travel time. And it only added 12 minutes or something. It's only a couple minutes from here anyway. The church that I'm going to. Church house as I cruise around town, having a good time on my Onewheel. That's probably upside down, isn't it? That's okay. Okay, so this hill that I'm climbing right now, like if I were to put the phone like sort of flat horizontally, it doesn't look like much, but like this is horizontal. Like it is a pretty steep hill and I'm just cruising up it. No sweat. This is the hill that I bomb on my longboard, which I haven't done in a lot of years or whatever, because I messed up my ankle and my shoulder real bad. But like this is that hill that I will just like freaking bomb, man. Like you go so fast on this. Like you pretty much keep up with traffic and they're going like 35. So I'm going probably 10 right now. It's a bit hard to tell. I don't have my app open. Normally you could just look on your phone and see how fast you're going and how much battery you've got left and like track your GPS, like where you've been and all that. You can even replay like your whole travel thing. Man, this is making my feet cramp. I have my skate shoes on today. And I don't think they're necessarily better for this. They're good, but I actually want tighter shoes because your feet, you can't readjust your feet at all. right? So like when your foot's on this, if I lift off my front foot, if it's going slow enough, it'll just shut off. And so like to adjust your foot, you kind of have to drag it and grind it and stuff. Like it's really strange. Okay, I'm at the part where I'm gonna stop. So to stop, like that, all you do is come down to less than a mile per hour and then tiptoe, like this. Right, get your heel up off of one of the sides of the pad. And then it just goes click and turns off, and then the backside is way heavier because that's where the battery is, so it just tilts down and then you're good to go. And because I'm going to be acting as a pedestrian, I'm actually going to walk. Okay, so this is one of the other bad things about this thing. Bad in a sense of the word, not necessarily anything else. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks.
So bad in the sense of the word. This thing's like 35, 40 pounds or something. Like I couldn't curl it. It actually kind of hurts. But look at how freaking like muddy and stuff I've got it already. Like, just trying to avoid that. But okay, so this is the trail. It just goes over to the church. I'm gonna have to clean this thing when I'm done, but I'm having fun on it right now. So allow me to readjust and try and get unedited footage. It's the best for me, not you. Even though me is just, or you is just me in the future watching my own video. But maybe I really should do like a proper edited review of this, like the Onewheel, and do a proper review of this coat. Because like, look at how crappy the thumb is. This is where my thumb sits in this glove. The other fingers, they're all the way to the ends. And I have big hands and long fingers for my, relative size. And this thumb piece, there's nothing in the end of it. Like, you can't even use it. Hey, dog. Oh yeah, so here's the park. Hi, doggies. You guys chasing me, Mr. Dalmatian dog? You guys having a good time? Oh yeah, it's all snowy. Normally I just go down this hill over to the church, but I'm not going to do that right now. I've never successfully made it down this hill. The gyros and stuff don't like to be on an angle that steep, and so it just is like slows way down and then like turns off pretty much. And you're like, no, we're not doing that. That's way too steep. That's like a, I don't know, really steep angle. So 90, it's like a 45-degree angle pretty much. Like, this is one of the hills that like the kids will come sled down when it gets a little more snowy than this. Like the little kids. The bigger kids will go up to this other park. But yeah, so this is the park. I added, 12 minutes and 30 seconds to it, and it only took me 19 minutes total to get up the entire hill. Like, we were way down there. I don't know if you can, I'm just pointing in a general direction, but like, we were closer to that canyon than this canyon, if you can see that at all. A little fast. Just take it nice and slow. Yeah, there we go. And that's all. So like, all you have to do is just stand upright more, and it's like, oh, this is, what you want. It's so easy to just ride this thing. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos of people like having problems, and people who buy it and like try it for a couple days and they just like can't do it, so they put it up on eBay and that kind of thing, which makes me really sad, because if I could just spend like 4 minutes with anybody, I could get them to be able to ride it. As long as, you know, you've got the physical capability to do so with like balance and everything else. But like, it's not difficult once you kind of learn how to do it. So for example, if I'm looking at the board, on this axis and this axis, it's really stable, right? So like if I just want to stop, you know, you just stop, and if you want to go that way, that's actually really hard to stay really slow, because you get some stability from it actually moving. So like, if you want to go backwards, you just lean backwards. If you want to stop, you just, you know, basically stand upright. Sorry, I gotta balance. Then if you want to go forward, you just lean forward. So it's really stable this way and this way. But like, when you're trying, you know, this way and then between the legs is very unstable. So if you're stopped like this, like, it starts getting real wobbly. And you know, take your foot off and hopefully that doesn't look like total garbage. But hey, my impromptu one-wheel video is freaking freezing out here, even with my gloves on. Like, my fingers are so cold, the tips of them. But yeah, so let me point out what I was... Oh, there's too many trees. Never mind. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. I'm going to continue to longboard and play some Pokemon and just like have a nice relaxing Friday. I might go home and get my battery pack and turn the heated gloves part on, because man, they're starting to hurt. Anyway, take it easy. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you whenever I see you next. Okay, bye.